The tragic recent history of Sierra Leone has left the country and its people scared. There were 50,000 deaths in the 11-year civil war, followed by the Ebola crisis, which killed another 4,000. Businesses closed down and the economy collapsed. As a result, education suffered, and this remains a major barrier to national development. The shortage of school buildings mean overcrowded classrooms. There's a complete lack of resources. Untrained, poorly motivated teachers using ineffective rote learning methods are the norm. Pupils are not engaged, and so very little learning takes place. National examination results compare badly with neighboring West African countries. Few girls make it through junior secondary school to progress to senior secondary school, and so are unable to complete their basic education. For those girls leaving school with no qualifications, the future is bleak. At best, they might be able to find low-skilled and low-paying work in factories, quarries, markets, and growing a few crops, but will most likely just struggle to raise a family. However, since the introduction of the 5-year free quality education program, getting the system back on its feet has been the government's priority.
These challenges are the reason for UKAID's education programme called Leh Wi Lan, which is Creole for Let's Learn. There is a particular focus on inclusion, removing the impediments to girls and the disabled in accessing and benefiting from education. One of the major barriers to learning is the absence of learning resources. Through Leh Wi Lan, we have delivered over 2.7 million English and maths textbooks, along with associated lesson plan manuals for teachers to all schools across the country, including to some of the most remote locations imaginable. Through the Leh Wi Learn programme, we are changing the learning experience of over 1.4 million Sierra Leonean children.
Both the maths and the English textbooks were written by national and international experts. The contents were aligned to the national curriculum and examinations. They were designed to support teachers, particularly the unqualified and less experienced ones.
As the books were imported, the first task on arrival in Freetown was to clear them through customs. After clearance, books were taken to a central warehouse in Freetown for storage and sorting before being dispatched to the districts. Sorting the books was complicated. There were 2 subjects, English and Maths. Then there were books for each grade, 3 for junior and 4 for senior, and then 1 book for each of the 3 terms. This meant we had to sort 40 different types of books to send to exactly the right number of pupils in each district. The challenge was to get over 2.7 million books packed into over 70,000 cartons, delivered to over 2,000 schools, and into the hands of over 1.4 million pupils. The President of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, launched the books in Freetown.
I hand over these materials, teaching and learning materials to the youth, development and enhancement of our children.
Meanwhile, Back in the warehouse, the cartoons were ready to be dispatched to the district warehouses and from there to schools. We followed the journey of the books from Freetown to Banff district. Banff is a tough 6-hour drive from Freetown. It is one of the smallest districts and accounted for just 2% of all the books we distributed nationwide. The challenge with Banff was not its size, but its riverine terrain, which makes it one of the most inaccessible districts in the country. The further we drove from Freetown, the worse the road became. Soon, there was no more tarmac and the road became mud or dust. Then the road reached some marshes and we had to use boats. At the other side of the marshlands, we switched to motorbikes. And when the motorbikes could go no further, we carry the books into schools. In the school, the principal counted and signed for receipt of the books. We opened every cartoon and counted them all. Each book was then given a unique serial number.
Maths and English. You have maths and English. Good.
And finally, given to pupils along the protective bags. Back in Freetown, 940 textbooks had been embossed into Braille. They were then distributed to schools for the blind throughout the country. It had taken over 5 months and directly involved over 500 people to get the books into the schools, but the distribution was completed. The impact is considerable. The combination of providing textbooks for pupils, providing lesson plan manuals for teachers, and providing experts to observe and train teachers has improved the quality of teaching and enabled better learning outcomes. Millions of pupils will benefit from this intervention, and there will be a positive impact on secondary education for years to come.
If we all do our job well, as parents, as pupils, as teachers, as principals of schools, and even as policymakers on the part of the government, I am sure the quality of education will improve and the future of this country will be brighter.
But the impact of these books go beyond the classroom. Because pupils take them home, it has encouraged parents and the wider community to play a more active role in their children's education.
I find it very easy to read it at school and also at home because I have some with me at home. So it's very nice. It makes study very easy for me.
On behalf of the government and people of Sierra Leone, I would like to thank DFID and Leh Wi Lan for the support that they have given us so far in the implementation of the free quality school education program. Their initiative in promoting especially children with disabilities and the girl child has played a phenomenal role in the implementation of the free quality school education program. Ah,